Welcome to EDU TV with 4.5 lakh plus viewers and over 1,500 educational repositories across the world. The founder is Mr. Pranav Guhathakurata and co-founder is Ms. Tanya Sethi.
Namaste, sir. How are you?
Namaste, I'm fine.
I hope you are doing good.
Really good, yes.
Yeah, it's really an honor to see you here as our guest on this platform. So let me introduce. Hi, my name is Ritika, a 12th grader from Delhi Public School, Sahibabad. On the behalf of EDU TV with 4.5 lakh plus viewers and 1,500 plus educational repositories. I welcome to our special program, Making the Right Choice, that is course versus college. We are joined today by our esteemed guest, Dr. Venonathan B. Pillai, Executive Principal and Head of International Curricula at SSVM Group of Institutions in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Pillai has had an illustrious career in educational spanning assessments. Today, we will be discussing a crucial decision that students have to make choosing between a course and a college. We have 3 students with us. That is Pragya Jain. She's from 11th grader from Little Angels High School, Gwalior. Over to you, Pragya.
It's truly an honor to be with you here, sir. My first question is about how we could make humanities more skill-oriented, because today we know that children who go into colleges do not find the right kind of jobs. So how should we make students prepared for the future, which is of AI, which is of technology? And in this future, how do we make a place for the students for the from the humanities stream?
Well, humanities are well promoted nowadays. First of all, thank you all, and I like to be with the youngsters and students. That is, I have been with, students only for a long time, more than 3.5 decades, and talking to the children is always something that I like. So your company gives me an extra, privilege today, actually. Right. Humanities no more considered a bad option. Now, it used to be, but nowadays, because of a lot of universities coming with programs promoting humanities, liberal arts, for example, and a lot of opportunities are there in those fields also. So nowadays, deliberate decision is there from the student side to opt for humanities, despite the fact that they can go into the traditional medical, engineering, computer science programs. Actually, there are so many students who opt for the liberal arts nowadays. So there are opportunities for them, opportunities in a different fields. So for example, sports management. It's a huge area, not explored that much. There is a lot of option in that one. So I think humanities no more considered a bad option, unless, our elders, your elders, and the parents sometimes believe that a stable job is always there with medical profession or engineering profession, like the traditional professions. But non-traditional professions are a lot available nowadays, and there are a lot of opportunities there. And recently I read an article, interesting article, the students migrating to foreign countries. Usually, which are the foreign countries usually students target to go? The US, the UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, France, Germany. But do you believe that somebody is going to an African country, which is not known at all, where they are exploring opportunity, they're studying there deliberately, they're going there? Or not that much known European country, probably economically not that much forward, because they find more opportunities there. So looking at this trend, we can also say that humanities have more opportunities. Most students now prefer to choose humanities because it's a passion. I mean, there is no point of somebody forcing you to take up a course. It's a passion. If you have a passion, I will suggest, of course, it's important that you register the support of your parents, your elders. You need their support, financial support, moral support, all kinds of emotional support. You need to convince them. You should not become a rebel, but there are opportunities for humanities, plenty of opportunities, because this world requires, I mean, every kind of professionals, not only doctors, engineers, or computer engineers, or artificial intelligence experts. We need farmers also. We need teachers. And to be very frank, I have not seen many students opting to become teachers. I don't know how many of you, would you like to become a teacher? I don't need teachers, good teachers. Not those people who try their luck in other field and do not get into those things and finally become teachers. Not like that. Those who passionately want to become teachers. So that's also required. All these are all other untrodden fields, or not traditional fields. So possibilities are there. It's only the mindset. Did I answer you correctly, or I don't know, satisfactorily?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pragya, for asking this question. And I must say, sir, the thing you answered, that actually people are thinking that humanities does not have a lot career, but I am also a humanities student, and I know it's worth. In fact, students are like, why should I join? Why should I join humanities? And I'm like, at least you should go with it. It is actually tough, and it has lots and lots of careers in it. So I agree with you. Thank you so much, sir, for asking this question. And again, once again, Pragya Jan, thank you so much for asking this question again. Okay, so moving forward, now I would like to invite Animesh Sabat for asking the question to the sir. Over to you, Animesh.
Thank you. Sir, I would like to begin by reflecting on a quote that we come across pretty often, right? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Now, let me relate that to today's topic, course versus college. So let's assume this. Would you say that it would be like, let's put it this way, as a academician yourself, who do you think is preferred by by firms as well as by anyone taking an interview? Basically, what looks better on a CV? A person who has received consistently high grades in a mediocre college, or a person who has been receiving average grades in an extremely prestigious college? Because I think it comes down to the same issue. A lot of times students get a seat in a very prestigious college, but they can't opt for the course of their choice. And as a result of that, they end up performing relatively mediocre throughout their college career. In contrast, some students prefer to study their course of choice in a mediocre college, but their scores are consistently high. So what do you think is preferable? What do you value more?
The right course at the right institution. It is not any course at a prestigious university or the preferred course at a very mediocre university. Both are not healthy. For example, you are getting into a prestigious university, world #1 or India #1, but you are not getting admitted to a course that you want to do. So what will be the result? You will be forced to study something that you don't want to study. What will be the outcome? You may end up losing grades, or you may even drop out. You may not be able to cope up with the demands of the course. So if you get into a university, the right course that you look forward to, but the university does not administer the course properly, that is not valued by employers or higher education institutions that much. So what will be the situation then? That's a waste of time, energy, resources. So you should go into the right university with the right choice of course that you want to do. For that, you have to plan from your early school years. I will say you can start planning from grade 8 or grade 9 onwards. The first thing that you have to do is you have to seek the help of a career counselor. In my school, for example, SSVM institutions, we have a career counseling cell in every institution under the group. which is managed by trained career counselors. We also outsource the career counselors if necessary. And every student of the school undergoes a skill assessment test or psychometric test in grade 8 before they choose their subjects. In grade 9, in terms of international curricula, they are allowed to choose subjects from grade 9 onwards. In other cases, we continuously assess their interest, passion, and we ask them to prepare their portfolio, a digital dossier or portfolio, or a learning journal that they prepare. We encourage them to look into that one, introspect, and find their passion. Once they find their passion, we tell them, okay, check where you can go to study that program. In India or abroad. Going abroad is no more a bit difficult thing nowadays, because I mean, bank loans are available, counseling services are available, establishments are there, established counseling counselors are there, international counselors are there. They can take you to any university in the world. So you have to find out which course you are to, what is your passion, and where you can find that passion accomplished. Can be in India. Sometimes you may not get into that university, even if you are passionate, even if you are the best person in the world for that course, because every institution has got a kind of entrance test. And do you think that everybody who passes the entrance test is the best person to do that program? For example, NEET. Do you think that all the NEET aspirants who get into NEET are the best people to do that one? No. That day, when they were writing the test forwarded, there are a lot of favorable conditions that supported them to get into that one. It doesn't mean that they are the best. It doesn't mean that those who did not get into are the worst ones. They are also good ones. But because of the constraints of not having enough number of seats in the colleges, they may not be taken. There are colleges with a cutoff point of 100%, 99%. Does it mean that 98% is bad? No. Because they hardly have that many seats. So what they will do, they do not compromise for a different program. Instead, they will look for other opportunities, other options, because nowadays options are available all over the world. If not in India, if not in your state, other states. If not in India, other countries. So you have to find out where you can find and try at all these places. Make sure that you get correct counseling for that purpose. You get the right information about the university. For that, you can get into the go through the website of the university. You can look at the ranking of the university, the course administration. You can find the alumni of the university and talk to them. Like that, you shortlist your universities and apply to that universities you will get into. So course is important, and the right institute to provide that course is also important. So we cannot say that course is more important than the college, or college is more important than the course. It has to be like the right course at the right university. Of course, maybe there may be ranking of 1 to 10 or 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, but you have to get into the university which has got wide acceptability, and you will be able to make it. So the question is not the course or the institute, course or college. The question is where you are at the right place with the right passion that you have in your mind. That's it.
Sir, if you don't mind, I would like to just follow up a little bit on this line of questioning.
Yes.
Just once. Sir, I feel like the 3 students who are present here, as I count myself in, are pretty fortunate to have access to so many resources. For instance, the very fact that we have a computer in front of us and we are able to access you online despite not sitting in the same location. We are quite fortunate, but not everyone is so fortunate, right, sir? There are a lot of people out there in India, for instance, who have to throw their entire weight behind one particular entrance examination. And for them, maybe foreign universities or some of the other prestigious universities, or even information, something as basic as career counseling, is not that great, because as we know, despite the government's best efforts, there is some degree of challenges that government-based institutions face in providing career counseling to students. So under such extreme circumstances, which unfortunately a lot of students find themselves in, what do you think that top priority should be? Finding their passion or finding a reputable university?
See, the digital divide is not a problem of India alone. Don't think like that. It is there even in the US. We consider US one of the most, advanced countries, but it's there. It's there in every country, digital divide. But if you look at the condition in India, how many people of your age that you know do not have a cell phone?
Not a lot here. That's true, sir. I cannot deny your point there.
So a cell phone now comes with data attached to it. Even in government schools, they study. They get into that one, not to that extent probably, where the schools like you study, but they have the capability of browsing and understanding and finding the courses. And there are children who do extremely good job. And even the government institutes, let me tell you honestly, there are good teachers who guide them. They may not have a career counseling cell the way that I mentioned in our institution, SSVM institutions, or in your schools. But the teachers actually take special care of their children. They guide them. It happens. So it is not that they don't have opportunities. Well, challenges are there. I fully agree with you about the challenges. And that is where, you yourself can help. That's where, you should have the service mind. You find 10 of such children and guide them. As somebody who is privileged to have all these things, that's possible. Actually, service learning is a part of your learning nowadays, I believe. Don't you do that on service learning?
Absolutely.
You do that, So you can do that one. So that way we support them. When we think about the fellow beings, you have become a very good human being, and I appreciate your concern about the fellow students. And that is what makes you a human being. You support them also. So actually, despite the digital divide, we also have to appreciate that technology is accessible now in India. Well, there may be very extreme cases. I don't disagree. There can be extreme cases, extreme places where these facilities are not available, but we have, right?
Yes.
Agree with me? Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. That answers my question.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering this question, and also thank you, Nimesh Sabat, for questioning this. I must say that, sir, when you told about the colleges, the right college and the right course, I am a 12th grade year and I am currently going for the colleges. So there are lots and lots of things going on in my head, that which college, which course. Until now, it's been like 1 week. I was like, which course should I opt? But finally, I went with psychology. So you were right. And thank you so much for answering this question.
See, you people are much more fortunate than my generation. We did not have this digital technology. We did not have much information about the courses, and we only had the traditional pathways. And some of us went into the pathways, later moved into other tracks. And I also have, even in your generation, actually not your generation, just a little older than you, I remember appointing a doctor as a teacher in my school. Then I asked her the question, why you want to be a teacher? You are a qualified doctor. So she told me, I never wanted to be a doctor. My parents. So I fulfilled their dream. Now I want to fulfill my dream of becoming a teacher. See, that means, that much resource is wasted. An opportunity for another person who wanted to become a doctor is wasted. It's always better that you get the right information. Also, very important, I want to give this message very clearly to all youngsters. Do not become a rebel. Convince your parents that what your passion is, and be sure of what opportunities are there in your passion. Convince them, register their support for the courses that you are playing. You need them emotionally, financially, and with all kinds of support. Nobody can give you more than your parents. So it is important that you take the support of your parents, even if it is against their will. So that's the most important thing. At the same time, if it is against your passion, you have to convince them why you want to do that. So it is important. But remember, life is there for you. You should not just take a course just because of your passion, and it doesn't take you anywhere in the world, anywhere. So you also have to think of the opportunities that passion gives you. That's very important.
Yes, sir, you're right. And I'm just blessed that my parents obviously support, like they always support, like whatever you want to do, you can go with it. Just choose the right path. And I hope Animesh's parents and Pragya's parents also might be having the same thought. Am I right? Yeah. So,
Absolutely, I believe a lot of us are
yeah,
quite fortunate in this regard.
thank you, sir. So, just one thing I want to ask, can I?
Yes, please.
Sir, you said that, of course, like there must be, you must go with your career, sorry, your passion, and you must convince your parents. So, today what happened, I was traveling with my parents, and my father said that, okay, like I have a brother, he's 13 years old. So he said, Papa, I have a great interest in football. So if there is no football, I won't be doing anything else. So everyone is like, there is no football career, I think, especially in India. But he is after football. So, sir, in that case, what should we, like, how should we convince my brother or parents that, okay, he can go with it, but just for as a, like a side option or anything else? Because it's actually very upset when I see him saying, when my parents say no to football.
Who said there is no opportunity in football in India? Football is gaining more currency in India now. Nowadays, a lot of things happening in India in football, actually. A lot of opportunities. And the football players are hired in such a way. But you should prove yourself in the field, not just because of the passion. You should become an outstanding. If you choose something, don't go for a mediocre performance. Be a champion, be a leader in that. Be a leader in the chosen field. Once you can become a leader in the chosen field, you will achieve what you want to achieve. But you just because of the passion, you will not reach anywhere. That's the problem. That is the worry the parents have. And your brother is really, really good in his sports, in football. And if he can prove that I'm good in that one, then you have to convince the parents that yes, he has to take that one. But if he's just doing it as a hobby or something like that, if that is not the case with him, certainly you shouldn't go for that one. That's just a hobby. You can have a hobby of football when you do other job also. You can play. You can sing. If you can become a singer when you are, doing other work. You can act when you are doing other, job, other career, when you are pursuing other career. That's possible. But if you want to take it as your prime career, the best career, you should have the passion. And you should prove yourself that you can make it.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'll give these points to him. Okay,
Right.
thank you so much, sir, for answering all the questions. Like, honestly, I must say that hearing you was an honor. And you gave actually the basics of life. Like, obviously, we are gathered here for the college versus course, but you actually gave the basics of life and the things which is actually which may create a problem in a student's life. So once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Now I would like to call Sir from EDU TV. May I have you, sir, here?
In fact, I'm impressed with definitely with Dr. Vedunathan. I'm impressed. I was impressed with him 7 years back only. I just try to tell one thing. He will say he's embarrassing me. Dr. Vedunathan has got a very good quality that is called communication. He was heading a school in Africa. I don't know which place he was in. I think North Africa or East Africa. There were some robbers were there and they robbed him. And he negotiated with them, took his medicines, his clothes, and important things from them. So that it proves that you can negotiate with anyone. And Ritika, as you've taken psychology, I think as we run a recruitment company also, Dr. Venunathan knows, the highest number of this new recruitments in Apple, they are hiring psychologists. Because the psychologists only tell them, now in this country, this color will be sold more, this shape will be do well, increase the camera, do this and increase the price. Like a small observation, and I think it's a study also. Like in India, majority of the people buy white cars. Whatever the reason is, like in US and all, you find all, jazz colors. So everything has got a scope, and Dr. Venunathan, I think I'm really thankful to you. You took out time today. So, and helping these students. These means all the students who has gone to class 11, passed out class 12, and even who are passing out the class 10 this year.
Hey, thank you so much, sir. So, hi Pragya. We want you back here again on the screen. I request you to please come forward and give a thanks note to Dr. Venunathan Biplai, sir. Over to you, Pragya.
Thank you, Pranav sir and Tanya ma'am from EduTV for giving all three of us this opportunity. My sincere gratitude to our principal ma'am, Dr. Shabana Rehan, for her guidance. Thanks to more than 4.5 lakh viewers of EduTV for their time. This discussion was truly illuminating and instructive, and it will surely open our minds to new ideas and help broaden our horizons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to EDU TV with 4.5 lakh plus viewers and over 1,500 educational repositories across the world. The founder is Mr. Pranav Guha Thakurata and co-founder is Ms. Tanya Sethi.